in the blue, ladies and gentlemen, going up against last man standing in the red here on King of the Hill Viaduct in Season 15, Week number 5, with Viaduct's first ever online cast here in Europe. Welcome, 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 ladies and gentlemen, to a map that is not snowy anymore, but a map which shows that Brego is very, very good at this game. Takes down White Glow, well, not really him, but he did a lot of damage. Took down Forsaken as well. And like you said earlier, Spin, if Last Man Standing can get these sort of aim-focused fights, it might be in good shape. But as you can see, they pick up the initial point.
Yeah, they took off a few little 1v1s, got the picks. Brego taking down the medic is really crucial, though. Kraak will be able to push this, and I think the way they're going to do it is try and push with their medic, with the Uber, but without using the Uber. They'll just intimidate them back with the fact that LMS know they have an Uber disadvantage. And I think the bombs will come in, but it's going to be difficult for them to do anything with it. And as I say, that Sickless going for a pick. T-Mac takes him down. He gets the kill on T-Mac, but it's pretty useless. And in fact, CC options to just use the Uber on effectively nothing. LMS will be able to back out with this and have their own Uber advantage now this time. Let's see, is White Glow sticking with Uber or is he on the Blitzkrieg? He's on Uber for now.
I'm assuming he's on Uber, yeah, he is. At least for the time being. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, in that spawn site, you build with scouts and work with it. You try and force the enemy Uber and then try to work from there. They have a massive advantage. You can probably see, I think 2nuts is sitting with a scout as well. I'm just going to switch over. Sitting with soldiers at the moment, deciding to have his scouts sort of scouting around the area. Pretty much what the class is designed to do. And sitting there building with his soldiers, actually building off that Uber charge. Now with a full Uber Joe, the Russian medic White Glow, together with his comrades, are going to be making their way through this middle. Uber gets forced. Can they get the picks? Something which Kraak did not manage to do.
Yeah, they just don't have the positioning really here. The flank comes in from Tweak and T-Mac, and they got the 2 frags. They're going to get the point, but that's just going to mean the spawns are better for Kraak. I'm sure they're going to just come back in. They did actually get the frag on the medic, which is really crucial. White Glow, if he can stay up, will be able to have an Uber advantage, but he's got a lot of pressure on him now from Tweak and T-Mac, and yeah, he just gets taken down. T-Mac as well with the equalizer. He's very weak. He's trying to melee Mighty Me, but Tweak just finished him up with a pistol. Scouts come in. But what's he going to be able to achieve against 5 players? Not a great deal. War still on the sniper. He's going to try and make something happen, but I think they just played it wrong again in MS. They needed to just push the point and then get the frags and back up, and they lost their flank. Yeah. Honestly, I don't think War should have been on sniper when they're trying to push. It's not really useful
like
in that particular situation when you have the Uber.
I guess. Like, I'm not really 100% sure. It looks like Forsaken's going to try and bomb. Everyone's going to try and bomb. Guys, this is standard on Viaduct, at least in Europe. And from what I've seen in America, this seems a little bit standard as well, where you have a couple of big classes, you suicide a couple of players in, and you leave one scout building that Uber charge with the Boston Bash in that spawn site. And as soon as you have it, you can actually go and push and force that 6 versus 6 fight out. Obviously, the ideal scenario would be either a kill or a forced Uber out of 2nuts. Well, they got the kill onto T-Mac, which is nice, but obviously with Forsaken going down, they have a slight spawn advantage, but how is this fight gonna go? It is a 5 versus 5 with a sniper instead of a second soldier. That means there's no soldiers up at the moment, though. With Forsaken spawning, it is going to be a 6 versus 5, at least for the time being. There's a scout duel on top, the Ubers are getting exchanged, everything gets fought off. But with Pocket Imps going down and Brego here getting air shotted by Forsaken, straight flying through, might be able to get 2nuts, but he's going to escape with 51 HP. It looks like, sadly, I have to say, Spin, I think if War was soldier here, this would have been a clear point for the Elements.
Well, it looks like they're going to get it anyway. The thing is with these fights is the longer it goes on, they took the fight really slowly, and the longer it goes on with the spawn advantages, they're just going to win it. If they can make it last for as long as they can, then they're just going to have more and more backup, and CC are going to have the spawn disadvantage constantly. T-Mac on this left side is just trying to escape. No, he gets taken down by the scout. Rico doing a lot of work, and the spam from Mighty Me, I think, caught a few people on the point. I'm really confused as to why they just keep giving up this point. Like, it's so hard for them to come in and push this with the high disadvantage. The point is a strong position to hold, and they're holding so far back that they're not trying to hold on to the point, which obviously is the entire aim of the map. And yeah, giving up these small bits of time is going to cost them the map if they're not careful.
Let's wait and see. Last man standing. Looks like they're going to try and break through. Maybe, like, obviously with 30 seconds left on the clock, they're going to have to try and do something. As this is a clear best of 5. The first round can get picked up by Kraak here in only 20 seconds. Have to wait and see what Last Man Standing has up their sleeves in order to break through with this. 85%. It looks like if they're very, very fast, they can actually make an Uber push out of this, but only 10 seconds left on the clock. Time is starting to tick away slowly and slowly. They catch a lot of spam there in the corner. Forsaken's going to bomb it. He's going to do a lot of damage onto the back line as T-Mac goes down. Both Uber charges get exchanged. This point has to go to Last Man Standing. but as it looks right now, it looks like Kraak's going to be able to clean this one up, unless the scouts do something massive. Rekko and Sickness both get a frag, though. Can they manage to clean this one further up? Yes, they can, as both scouts there, 4 last man standing, managed to pick up 4 frags in total. With T-Mac and Tafik, the only players left alive right now. LMS is going to have to try and hold on to this for 80 seconds in total, which is a long time, considering what they've shown so far to us.
It's actually really impressive from LMS. Kraak positioned themselves really well when the LMS Uber came in. Tunuts didn't even have to use, he backed up all the way, then came back in with his Uber advantage, and despite that, LMS managed to win. So I think they focused too much on killing White Glow and didn't really make anything of it, but in this defensive position that they're at the moment, it's not how LMS like to play. The aggression's coming in from CC, and I just think it's going to be too much for them. They need to block this point, and they just have nothing to do it. So, as I say, it might be coming in for the block, but yeah, it's just too little too late. And War again on the sniper, I don't think is the right choice to be using the sniper all this time.
Sold it now for the first time, I think, in this entire round. He's actually touching the claws with the rocket launcher instead of the sniper rifle. He's going to try and do some massive work here for last man standing. We're expecting some sort of sick bomb to come in through him. Gonna have a little bit of a look here as he walks through that right hand side. Is gonna jump onto that one. Jumps into the Kraakland phase, is very low on HP, gets shut down. As a soldier partner Forsaken also gets shut down. I think last man standing really has nothing to look for here, as they're probably just gonna have to back off, build that Uber off, and just deal with the Uber disadvantages and player disadvantages they have.
Yeah, they couldn't really do a lot. T-Mac jumped in behind and he stayed alive for so long that he just directed all the focus away from the medic and, sorry, away from their own team. And the few players that were left forward, there was a few trying to defend White Glow, and they did so successfully, but the few that were forward were just left completely isolated, and Kraak cleaned them up. And with those 3 players down, they could easily just take the point after the fight was over.
So right now, as Kraak is going to have that full Uber charge, White Glow is almost there. We'll have to wait and see again. Last man standing is actually going to take this fight to the enemies. Here they come now from the side. Are they going to be able to break through here? Is that a... No, it is a regular minigun. I was almost confused that it was crit streak. It wasn't. I thought I almost messed myself up there. So we can now see this Uber versus Super fight actually coming out. A lot of damage getting soaked up there. The kill from War comes out on Tafik, and that is a 6 versus 5. From the sniper, really, that is the minimum you can expect from them. With White Glow going down, though, the Kraakland is going to just shift into next gear. They lose a couple of players, though. Might be a little bit too much to handle. They're very much so far forward, but Brego hitting the pipes he needs to. Now gets shut down, it looks like Reiko once again, together with his buddy Sigma's doing a very, very good job at just cleaning up these players.
Yeah, Mighty Me actually got a couple of frags with his pipes, so I guess this map is just suiting him a lot better. It's not, you know, it's a lot more DM-centric, and he's well known for having strong pipes, connecting pipes like a plumber, as the famous frag movie phrase about him. And yeah, he just did the work for his team there. Brego got one in return, but he was really instrumental in winning that one. So yeah, great play from them, and they're holding on to the point for now. It's just interesting to see how Kraakland decide to push this one.
We're gonna go, ladies and gentlemen. There's the... Oh my god, War actually got that headshot. Flicked all the way up there, suddenly got the headshot on the T-Mac. He dropped to the floor. Now, Scout onto War, doing a lot of pressure. Again, the shot comes in. The follow-up shot, and now again, another play actually going down. I understand the suicide plays, but normally, in general spin, I see Kraakland being a lot more successful with these than what Last Man Standing is actually doing to them right now. It is very impressive to see.
Yeah, they're doing good work. They've got the Uber advantage still. Kraakland is just going to wait. I'm surprised they haven't sent in more bombers now. I think, yeah, Sickler's just going for a pick in the spawn actually. He picks off Tweak. It's a really crucial pick for them. Just gives them a man disadvantage on the force on the medic now. Actually, and the second frag on the second scout. So I think CC are going to have to just back out here. Maybe try and send a soldier bomb. Yeah, they're just going to play it really passive. It's just strange. I would have just sent everybody. Now they have the Uber. Just send everybody to force theirs, and then just use the spawn advantage to push in after what, 4 seconds or something ridiculous. I think it's 7 actually, but 7 seconds of spawn. So
I think it's 7 versus 10. I think like offense versus defense. I think it's the.
It's really strange to see CC play this kind of passive game. They're waiting just to fight it.
Yeah, they're doing it now. They're doing it now.
Yeah, the bomb's coming now, but why now?
It's a little bit late,
not?
Isn't it? Like,
yeah, it's just they waited so long, and now they've just lost all those players. Not even got the force, and it's just costing them time. And time is really important on this map, of course. So Tweak on Tweak on the sniper, I guess. Yeah, on the top right, just comes in for a hero frag, gets taken down by Forsaken.
Spin, sorry to interrupt you there, but War was actually off on the right-hand side. Got a clear shot onto 2 nuts, but he missed. Very sadly, actually. He suddenly popped up on that right side, and I think now Kraakland's realised, you know what? Screw this suicide play, this is taking us too long. Let's just fight. Let's just get the Ubers out of the equation. Here they come in, but again, Reko, ladies and gentlemen, he's standing there. It is 7,000 pounds of Russian steel that is just going to be trying to block them out of that one. Apart from so far doing a very good job at circumventing that, though. And now when they're going to come in, it's just too much manpower to actually handle by a last man standing. Can Whiteglow get out as the last man standing? Doubt it. We'll have to wait and see, considering he's a member of that clan, actually. So let's see here. There's a sniper being picked up once again by War. Is he going to be able to do some work here for his team? Both of these medics quite low on percentages, but the difference is Two Nuts actually went down, and I did not see that spot. I don't know who picked him up.
Yeah, it was Sickless just came in on the point as the aggression came in from CC. It was really well coordinated, but they just lost the flank a little bit. Sickless came in and got a nice two-shot onto Two Nuts. So he did a really great play there that's going to give their team the advantage. And I think they're just going to look to push straight away. They can get into the fight and just, like I said before, just make this last as long as they can. So they can bomb in, use the Uber and just get as many picks as they can. Every trade like that, Forsaken getting that pick is really crucial. Whiteglow with the crits again, so I guess it will be on.
No, it's Two Nuts. Two Nuts is having a crit streak at the moment. Whiteglow is a regular Uber, but Two Nuts is just going to get shut down here.
He's actually dropped it as well.
Yeah, Whiteglow's actually dropped that double pick coming out for Tavik. And I was just about to say, Tavik is going to be the guy to watch. If he gets the pick, might be the exact thing that Kraak clan needs. So far, though, he gets picked off now by War. War picks up a second as both Tavik and She Likes It, aka Samsy, both going to drop here to the floor. Kraak clan so far, I don't think they're going to mind that exchange at all, Spin, because they were down in the dumps. It was looking so bad for them. But now, that one pick from Tavik kind of turned things around. Now they're looking okay to actually be able to hold this for another 32 seconds.
Yeah, I think Whiteglow was just trying to hold on to his Uber to use it on the point, and he could have just used it for free. It was a bit of a waste, and that's a fantastic shot from the teammate. It just takes down Whiteglow. Exceptional play from him. And yeah, so that's going to be another opportunity for them to push the point. Forsaken going down from a great fight from Trigo again. So, and Trigo with the final headshot. So they're going to get the cap, and I think they should be able to hold on to it for 26 seconds. They're going to have to come out with all the aggression now, LMF.
And as you say that, Spin, I love it so much as Warner gets the pick onto Two Nuts. The snipers are starting to rain havoc here across some players, but in all honesty, the players are like, look at that, they're just annoying Whiteglow here on the point. They're not focusing him down at all. They don't care about his life. They want to kill everyone else, and it looks like so far they're doing okay. Point gets capped though. Tavik, one-man army. Can he do it? No, he cannot. As Mighty Me is going to cap the point, and last man standing picks this one up. I think in retrospect, killing Whiteglow would have been a good idea there, but they ended up saying, you know what, we don't actually need to kill that Russian medic, we need to kill everything else. They missed the shots. Whiteglow walking around with his Ubersol, getting some damage done, but Kraak clan so far, ladies and gentlemen, it is 1-all here on Viaduct, and anything is now open.
Yeah, it's a fantastic round win from them. It's something they really need, and with that, see how Kraak clan respond, because they're going to have the pressure on them now. They know that people are watching, and they've just lost the round that they weren't expecting to lose. 2 frags come out early, and the scouts really doing great work. Take down 3 players on the enemy team, and actually Forsaken getting the return frag, so it's 2 to 3 at the moment. 2 players down to 3 players down, and yeah, Kraak clan are going to take this, and I guess LMS are just going to look to try and fight straight away. They're not backing up too far. They're just holding on this right side close, so
it all comes back to the spawn advantages again, doesn't it? Right, like Spin, if you think about it, you keep mentioning these spawn advantages. They're such a big deal, and you can really see it's a 7 second versus 10 seconds, basically, ladies and gentlemen. See T-Mac now going down. He's going to have a 10-ish, like 15 seconds, obviously now. But you see, as the point converts, he drops 8 seconds in spawn time, and suddenly this entire Uber versus Uber fight is going to spawn advantage the exact opposite way, and it's going to be coming down to War once again to get one of those kills. Look, as right now you can see Sickness on a 10-second spawn. Maybe his spawn will drop again. I have not been paying too much attention to it, Spin, but I like the fact that you keep on mentioning it because it has such a massive influence onto everything that happens on the
It's really one of the biggest things in this map, so it's actually a common strategy to just hold off from capping the map until your players spawn, so you don't get the extra spawn time. They obviously didn't do that that time, and they suffered a little bit because of it, but it's not always possible. And actually, they're pushing a lot of people down this right side. I'm not liking this positioning at all. If they get a bomb come in, they're in real trouble, but it hasn't happened, and they've got lots of bodies on the point now. Brago completely isolated. The soldier comes in, finally gets taken down now by the scout. Tweak just getting the pick sniper onto Forsaken, and Mighty Me in trouble gets taken down by Tweak as well as he drops from the sky. They've got the cap, the scouts are all over them at the moment, and it's just going to come down to the DM, I think, and War getting the pick on Tweak, but yeah, the Uber comes out now, and Whiteglow has it. He's just going to back up, I think, and just reuse it. CC don't actually have the point at the moment, so they're chasing a lot of frags with their Uber, and Whiteglow is actually out, so this is a really good trade for LMS. They can push back in now and block the point, or choose to use it to recap.
Yeah, it feels like a very tradey map. You can see like both teams trade Uber charges for players, and this has been happening a lot. Spawn advantages for resources, stuff like that. You can keep seeing the trades coming out. Can the pick happen though? Brego goes down. Forsaken immediately onto his feet. He serves beautifully onto the health back onto the side. He's going to be able to stay alive, at least for the time being. War going to try and pick up the shots. But as it looks like the snipers are focusing a lot of attention onto them, Kraak's just going to shift it into next gear, take a couple of players down, and to be just to piss people off, he's going to kill Mighty Me off it there at the end.
Yeah, what can I say is perfect response from them to the Uber. So they all backed away and split up. Teammate jumped behind, and then after the Uber was up, White Glove had committed quite far forward to try and get it with the rest of his team, of course. And Kraak just sort of fell in around them on the point, picked up all the frags they needed, and I don't think they even lost anyone in that fight. So the bombs are going to come in now, and it's sort of a bit lackluster. It's taken, they're both taken down, so all three taken down by the scouts of CC, and again, the final one just taken down by Ips and his shotgun. It's just the same kind of play we're expecting. I'd like to see a little bit more coordination from them if they can all bomb together, because the idea is you all want to die fast, so you all spawn on the same wave. And like with the time, I tell you, 60 seconds remaining, the pressure gets put onto LMS now, and they know they need to push. The Ubers are equal, and CC definitely in the driving seat right now.
They're going to have to try and break through. It's going to be very, very tough. Tvik a little bit caught out of position. Can he get caught off? Yes, he can. So we now have a 6 versus 5 position. If War can stay safe, I think they might be okay, because so far it's a 2-for-1 exchange with the sniper still up here for the Reds for LMS, and you can see the assassination of the two nuts almost happening there, but Ips, the German superstar there, paying a lot of attention. But again, last man standing, barely not breaking through, but it's not like they're losing these fights. It's very much so that the spawn advantage that they get is not big enough in order to actually make this one work. They're going to try and break through this time around though, but it is a 5 versus 6, and I doubt they're going to be able. I doubt Kraak is going to give them the space they need, especially now with White Glove going down. Oh my god, actually the other way around. Look at the pick there for War as he gets a 3 versus 2 exchange. Last man standing rushing towards this point, and can War get the pick? He can get it onto T-Mac. I think Two Nuts is going to say, nah, I'm good, I'm just going to walk back. Is he going to be able to stay alive though? No, he does not. As Forsaken, the Latvian soldier, is going to be able to chase him out of that one. The Swedish medic drops to the floor there. Spin. Good exchange for last man standing.
Yeah, of course, but with 2 minutes remaining on the clock, it's going to be really hard for them to keep hold of this point now. The pressure's just going to come in from CC. Just try and get a pick, try and see what they can do to trade. And the Scouts just got in completely behind his demo man. Takes down the frag onto White Glow, and that's going to be, I think, all she wrote for LMS, to be honest. The Heavy's going to go down, he's going to get focused, and CC just have the men to be able to cap this point now, I think.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be any longer than about 1 second or so. So Forsaken actually jumping across that point. That's not going to work out. Kraak's going to be able to pick up the 2-1 lead, as maybe not expected. I think it was expected it was going to be 3-0 by now already, but in all honesty, last man standing, they're putting up a very solid fight, and it doesn't feel like they're the last man standing. Well, they're fighting for it at least, let's put it that way. But both of these teams are going to hit the point once again. The fight is going to commence, and Spin, so far, I don't really know correctly what to be looking at. I see snipers that are trying to kill each other. I see scouts that are trying to rush behind, but mostly you see a lot of damage and a lot of frags.
Yeah, both teams are just trying to play this sort of passive middle, and then the bomb came in from T-Mac. He got taken down really early though, and the coordination was just there from Kraak. They started walking onto the point, just getting the pressure on them and just taking the position. Obviously, when you're on the point here, the height advantage is yours. You have less of an impact from the enemy soldiers, and they have to bomb you to be of any use. So Kraak has taken the strong position, and they've just managed to bully them back again. So just using their sort of superior teamwork, I guess. And the LMS soldiers are just going to come in for the bombs that we were expecting. Now one gets taken down though fast by the stickies of Brego, and the bomb comes in from War, doesn't manage to do anything. Brego actually finishing him off with a pipe, and that's 4 players down. The Scout's still in spawn, charging the Uber as expected, but the bombs were really ineffective. They didn't get anything out of them. I don't think they got, didn't even get a single frag. So it's better to just trade for a single frag than even the Uber force, and they haven't achieved that. So they're going to have to do it again, I think, and it's costing them time.
They're going to try something fantastic, that's for sure. White Glow has the crit streak once again. He does this a lot, ladies and gentlemen. It's not surprising. But he takes a heavy with it, and I think that is a little bit surprising. Maybe they're going to look for the miracle frag, but to be honest, Two Nuts is just way too good for that. It's going to pop that Uber off, no problem. And people are just going to die, and this is expected, but I'm quite curious to see how Last Man Standing is going to take it from here. I don't think this was an unexpected...
It's a huge air shot into the middle there, just to
did he
finish
jump
off
up
Forsaken.
himself? Did he jump up himself while doing that? I think he did. I think I saw him jumping up as well and get like a mid-air onto mid-air air shot. That was pretty sick, not gonna lie.
Yeah, big shot.
How are they gonna play this one out?
LMS are just showing their weakness a little bit here. They're just off the bomb, but like that. Mighty Me going in on his own is completely useless, basically. War gets a nice pick, which is a good trade after all, but I just don't think it's going to be enough for them to push with. They have the equal Ubers, and they're going to. I imagine they're going to attempt it now that they have the spawns up. I'd like to see War. Is he War still on Sniper? Yeah, he is. I'd like to see him switch to Soldier now to have that man advantage, because with the Sniper, he needs to frag early to make him useful, really.
There's a little bit of a window here, though. It's crit streak first regular Uber charge. It's not even 85% on the 2 nudge yet.
It's a big frag there from War, so no sticky traps now, they know. So.
You're gonna go. Ips goes down. Okay, 2 for 1. 2 for 0, actually. That is not too bad. Now, are they gonna use this Uber now? No, it doesn't look like it. They're just gonna wait. They're just gonna sit back, hold this Uber for the time being, wait for the players to spawn, and then move on to there. This is the correct decision. But in what way are they gonna execute the decision as well as they've planned it?
Yeah, a smart play from them, like you say. They just waited. So they know they're going to have the Uber up, and they can push with the man advantage afterward. They've got everybody up on the right side now as well, and there's just no pressure. The tweet goes down early though, which is a nice frag from Cyclist. It's really crucial for them to get those early frags in this kind of exchange. And Kraak really playing like I expected. They're just using the fact that they have the Uber and that they know the enemy team has the. They know that the enemy team is afraid of their Uber, that they can just walk in and they don't have to use it. Actually, the Uber comes in now and they pick up War early on. They're going to take down Forsaken, I imagine. He actually escapes with his equalizer. Cyclist going down as well on the flank. And Rico just trying to make something happen, so the enemy medic isn't able to do so. He's cleaned up as well. Some good defense of the medic there from Kraak, and they just held it together. And with only 48 seconds now, they're going to have to use their crits quickly to. Yeah, the bombs are coming in huge from Kraak, and that was absolutely phenomenal, really. They just showed their strength to the team, executing the bomb very quickly onto the enemy medic as the crits came in and completely annihilated them, really.
They were literally standing on that point spin, weren't they? And then as soon as they saw one red player, they were like, they're top right, jump! And like, I think I saw 4 players jumping them, like, same time. And Tunut's just running for his life against the wall. He was like, I'm not gonna go down here. And just everyone bombed him like mental. That was very well executed by Kraak. And really, it looks like Kraak, it took him a round. It took him 2 rounds, maybe, to figure last man standing out. But the last 2, for sure, have been dominant by the boys in blue. I think they're probably going to pick this one up 3-1, ladies and gentlemen, as the Uber charges get exchanged. They're going to try and fight for this one. But in all honesty, I think last man standing really does not have the players. So Tunets goes down. Mighty Me goes down. It looks like so far the Reds are capping this one off. But can they manage
someone
that?
actually left already as well.
Yeah, I saw Forsaken has already left, so I'm a little bit like, they're probably not going to manage this. Everyone is going to fight at least for the last breath. But you can see that the last man standing was essentially the last man standing. So they now drop to the floor. The Graves are going to get put down. And Kraak is going to walk away with the points, ladies and gentlemen. 6-0, as expected, in ETF2L scoreline. So far, 10 maps in a row have been picked up by Kraak this season. They're looking very strong to repeat, if not improve, their performance that they have done last season, which was the 3rd place. They're going to be up against Broder probably either next week or the week afterwards, and obviously everyone is going to point their eyes towards that one, because Kraak versus Broder is going to be a big one. And for last man standing, with 8th map losses in a row, it is going to be very tough for them to stay in the Premiership. But they still have let's see, 6 maps left to actually play. So if they can get a couple of wins out of those 6 maps, spin, they might be able to do something. It's going to be tough, though.
I think they're the only team remaining to actually have to play Epsilon and Broder. So it's going to be really interesting. They're on top form at the moment in Kraak. So as Mike said in his interview in the Epsilon, which game was it? It was Epsilon against. Oh, it was actually Epsilon against us.
Yeah.
He said that they've been testing them a lot in PCWs and forcing them to play this defensive playstyle that they don't like. And I think Kraak are going to look to do that against Broder as well. And Ips is, he's done his homework as a team leader at the moment, or main caller. He's really done his homework, and he knows how the teams play now. So having listened to him a little bit, you can tell he knows what he needs to do to pick apart the enemy team. And I think he's the only person really who is doing that. He's the one who is really focusing on how to counter each specific team rather than trying to just better his own team. And yeah, I think when it comes to it, that's what's gonna help.
Definitely. We'll have a little bit of a look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to move on over to the interviews, as we have Ips and probably Mighty Me coming in from Last Man Standing. We'll have a little bit of a look at what both teams had to say after that official, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, though, as Kraak managing to pick up the points here against Last Man Standing. Very well played to Kraak, looking very solid this season. We're going to have to wait and see what Ips has to say. I'm very curious about his words, guys. Stay tuned. We're going to have a little bit of an advertisement break, but after that, we're going to hear the words from the superstar himself, Ips, and probably Mighty Me, who's going to be here from Last Man Standing. See you guys here in just a second.